Steam prices? Steam prices. Steam machine prices.
Wake up, it's a brand new day. Crazy Lou's here, got something to say. Good morning, gamers, rise and shine. It's time to play, let's have a good time. Morning, gaming community. With Crazy Lou, it's a world of unity. Upbeat and lively, we're feeling so free. In the world of games, we're just meant to be. Grab us, come in, I need a scene. Crazy Lou is ready, it's a gaming scene. Fernie's trading through the word skin. Oh, recent gaming, go, race and pay top mean. Good morning, coming moving. It's a world of unity. Upbeat and lively, we're feeling so free.
Initiating launch sequence.
Let's begin. All I know is one thing. This coffee's good. Good morning, everybody. Also tuning in, even the crazy one. Wish you a beautiful and awesome Tuesday, chat. Good morning. Sorry I'm a bit late. Ran into some technical difficulties. Do not know why my keyboard got stuck. So I had to literally disarm the computer, arm the computer back up again. You know, it took me a while. But hey, at least it's working. I thought the keyboard messed up. And I was like, holy shit, I gotta wait for a store to open at 9. So yes, I got time, to run in there, pick up a keyboard just in case the keyboard was dead gone. But hey, it's working. I did not have to go. I was gonna be here like around 9:30. I was about to switch the time and everything, but at least everything is working fine. But let's see what is chat saying, because I already see a big super chat in there, but we'll talk about it right there. Laos boys, what's up? Good morning. Hi, topic today is Steam Machine Price and Bet Game Company. Hey, bro, boy Lewis, what's up, man? Good morning, my brother. How you doing? John Bulex Booth, good morning. Yubei, hello. Yes, I've been ready to go this morning. Says Yubei's so happy with this news. Apex NYC, what's up? What's up, man? What's cooking? So basically, they are selling overpriced PCs to people that already own PCs. Yep, that's what basically it is. Preston Wicks 8451 with the $5 super. Cha-cha-da-da-cha. Okay, I thought Microsoft's off, but it's on. Cha-cha-da-da-cha. Cha-cha. He says, with the rising cost of hardware, this is the way to get people to play on the cloud and subscriptions, says Preston. But Steam does not have, I think Steam does not have, what's it called? Does Steam have that? Does Steam have cloud? I don't know. I don't think it doesn't, though. John Lewis says, the day I can't afford hardware is the day I stop gaming. Oh, shoot. Man. The thing is, it's going to get tougher. It's going to get tougher, chat. It's going to get tougher. Hardware's going to get more expensive. It's going to get tougher. It's going to get tougher. And I know on one side, a lot of people are like, please delay these systems to 2029 or something like that. But what happens if we're in a what-if situation, right? We can never say never. What happens if in the next 2 or 3 years, the RAM doesn't get stabilized? We have to wait 4 or 5 years to get it stabilized. What happens in that point, though? We have to wait 5 years for next generation consoles? Ah, hell no. Wait for that. Preston, yes, is a great way to promote low-cost cloud gaming. Steam machine hardware is pretty cheap for board, but not sure. It won't be expensive. PCB next year going to increase all hardware in PCB. Oh shit. Hey, Talos, the man with the ray. What's up, Talos? Good morning, my brother. How you doing? CBH for God. Good morning. Man. Woo. Yes, it's Steamy. What's up, Sanchez Martinez Gaming? Good morning. Power Boss. He said, this is getting ridiculous now. No, it's not. It's actually, you know, listen, it's actually a good price, though. I already ordered 3. No, I didn't, chat. I did not order 3 Steam machines. Hell no, I'm not buying this shit. This is too damn expensive for a machine that's got lower power than the Series S and lower power than the Series X. They got to be crazy, though. They got to be crazy. Damn. Commando Striker says, Steam machine is just a preview on what's the next gen console prices will be. But here's the thing, though, chat. Here's the thing. When the Xbox ROG Ally X came out, it cost $1,000. People went nuts and bought that thing. I actually thought that shit was not going to sell. I'm being honest with you. I actually thought it was not going to sell because, you know, for the price it was. But people went out there and bought that thing. So if a new generation console comes out and you guys think that the price is reasonable for you to get it, maybe some people will go ahead and pick it up. They probably will. How are you doing this morning, Louis? I am doing fantastic. Like I said, ran into a little bit of technical difficulty, but got it fixed right before the show. I'm glad I did. I was actually a bit scared. I was like, uh-oh, keyboard's busted. I was like, how the hell is keyboard busted? This is a Razer keyboard. There's no way in hell it can get busted. And I keep it clean. Mother. I was wrong thinking that the Helix would be $1,500. I think the Generous. Now with Steam Machine, I think the Helix will be $2,500. No way in hell that console's going to be $2,500. Because if it is $2,500, it's not going to sell. How do we know this? We already have living proof of some stuff that don't sell. Hardust can tell you about it if he was here. I mean, remember that Apple thing that they came out that cost $3,000? Nobody bought that shit. Nobody bought the Apple $3,000 thing. That was way too damn expensive. And there was another one out there that also cost $3,000, and they stopped producing it too because nobody bought that shit. Nobody's gonna spend $3,000 on fucking gaming hardware. That's insane. Crazy Lou, remember the next time you go live, we'll have GTA 6 pre-orders. No, that will be on Thursday, BB Money. Today is Tuesday, and today's the 23rd. We have 2 days left in order to get that. Hey, Corporate Mon, good morning. 6 cores, 12 threads, 8 gigabytes of RAM, VRAM, and 500 gigabytes of storage. No thanks. Raichi's old PC is better, Louis. Well, Raichi's old PC's always been better. What are you talking about? I mean, Raichi's old PC is even better than anything I have over here because it's like 10 years old and it's still running. And something's 10 years old and still running is better than anything we have, my friends. You can have a 5080, 5090, you can have all that shit, but nobody can ever beat Raichi's PC. 100%, yeah? So yeah, chat, let's get to it. I know Yubei is happy with this news because I know Yubei has something against the Steam boys. I get it. Yep. Steam Machine only hits 40 FPS in Doom, TDA. Laugh, what a piece of shit. And they were saying it's going to hit 60, like 4K 60 in a normal range. I was like, I don't know what kind of special power they're going to use in there to get that, but kind of like PlayStation 5 Pro using that special power in there, but, you know, just didn't get it. You know, I'm a collector. I'm not buying this. The price is insane. And besides, my mini PC is stronger than this. Ah, the collector is here. The console collector. SNK Kev, I got a question. Did you get the Alienware version of the Steam Machine back in the day? Because they did have an Alienware version that was pretty expensive. I mean, this is not a hidden 4K 60 with certain games that are high intense. Ah. Well, the CPU of my PC is equivalent. The 1070 Ti is like 10% slower. See what I mean? Here goes Rachie. See, chat? I told you guys that even though you got a 5090, you can have everything you want on that PC, Rachie's PC will still kick his ass. I mean, look at that shit. It's 10% slower, but damn, it's actually way more better than that shit. Chat, let's tackle this shit now. This is crazy. I mean, wow. Wow. So, like always, they always have to go for the butt situation because it's kind of funny, though. They went in with the butt situation. And they said, well, you know, something's going on. And yeah, this is why we decided to put it in this price. So wait a minute, hold on. Hold on. And I know you guys gonna love this because I'm gonna go in with the killer one right here. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. So you got this man that just bought a new big ass house, owns a $500 million yacht, and he cannot take hits on this console. I thought Gabe was the savior. I thought Gabe Newell was the man, you know. The almighty savior. He does nothing and gets everything. Yes. But you one greedy SOB for letting these prices go out like this, especially for a machine that's less powerful than the current generation consoles. Wow. Wow. No wonder it took y'all so long to release that shit, but all right. Let's cover this shit. Watch them come after me because I made fun of Gabe. But you know what? I don't know him. Oh? Yeah. Hey, let's check what's up. What's up? What's up? In Canada, Steam Machine is $1,550 plus 50% Canadian tax. The 1070 Ti used is $70, $80. You gotta be shitting me, right? You lied to you. Reggie, stop lying, Reggie. Stop making me laugh. It's too early. Oh, the Alienware version, yeah, they had an Alienware version that was pretty expensive and it was like low power too, and yeah, for what it was just not new. No. So let's read this right here. So it says here. So it's kind of funny they go out there and they said the prices we're sharing today reflect the state of the world. Valve explains why the Steam Machine is so expensive, and yep, it's all AI's fault. Oh, let's blame AI for this shit. Yeah. All right. Yeah. You know. Yeah. Let's blame this shit. But hold on, Chad. Hold on a second. Yeah. Yep. Yes, sir. Yeah. I mean, hell, you know. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know, AI's fault. Yep. AI's fault. You know, this is all AI's fault. Yep. There you go. AI's fault right there. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yep. AI's fault. All right, let's keep reading what it says, though. You bet you like that one, huh? So, Valve's Steam Machine is prohibitively expensive, and the RAM and storage crisis is to blame. Yeah, I blame them. Yeah, $71 million home, you know, we got to buy. Plus the yacht that we have, that's $500 million, you know. Yeah, I blame AI too, you know. Damn, you know, I blame him. 8 months after first revealing the compact console, like Steam Machine Gaming, PC to the world last year, which, remember, chat, they were saying this is going to kill, you know, Xbox? They said that. This is not going to be the thing that's going to kill Xbox. Yeah, they said that. Yeah, remember that? Okay, so let's go. Its architect, Valve, has finally announced the device's price and details about its release. If you were holding out hope that it will be fairly affordable and widely available, well, I have bad news for ya. The cheapest model of the living room friendly gaming PC, friendly? Okay, one that doesn't come with Valve's new controller scheme and only has 512 gigabytes of storage instead of 2 terabytes is a whopping $1,049. With more expensive options climbing to $1,128, $1,349, and $1,428 price points. Cost is the only debilitating complication to contend with if you're interested in the Steam Machine. However, supply is also a huge issue. Huh? What? Yeah, they mentioned this $500 million. Yeah, you know, I blame AI with that. Yeah, always AI's fault. Yep, it's fault. You know, he just bought a $71 million home. He's got a $500 million yacht, you know. AI's fault, yeah. Who? Oh, yeah. Look, of all the channels, you know how many people and places I'm involved with, not one is defending the price. That should tell you something. I mean, here's the thing though. There's no defending this shit. Because the thing is, right? Look, they came out with an excuse on why, they came up with this price is because of AI. Instead of saying, okay, you know what, guys, we're going to take a hit. We're billionaires over here because shit, these company makes a lot of money. Steam makes a lot of money. Why can't you take a couple hits? It's okay to take a couple hits till things get stabilized, because I'll tell you something. Here's a little trick I'm going to tell you right here. Even though you could have sold it for like 800, 900 or something like that, it would have been hard for you guys to sell. It's going to take a while for you guys to sell, because at the end of the day though, even though this is a new small box, you guys already have experience how consoles are. When you sat down with Alienware to make this console, you guys didn't sell that shit. You guys didn't. And when I heard you guys were going into the living room making your own machine, I was like, hey, that's a pretty cool idea. It could be nice though, right? We saw the machines, we saw the specs, and we're like, okay, this is not as superior as a Series S and a Series X and the base PS5 and blah, 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 blah. This has got to be in a good range of prices. But shit, you guys doubled that price on that piece of shit of machine. I'm sorry. I have to say it that way. And I'm 100% correct, because look, if you guys would have the price between $500 to $800, then I would have been like, okay, that's actually a good price for you to pick one because of the way things are. But you guys literally doubled the price of what the Series S is. Almost tripled. Holy shit. Damn. But let's keep reading. Let's see what the excuse is. Cost is the only debilitating complication to contend with if you're interested for the Steam machine. However, supply is also a huge issue, as Valve has been forced to implement sign-ups for reservation queue due to very limited stock. And with Steam controller reservations extending into 2027, it's hard to imagine fresh batches of Steam machines will come much faster, if at all. So if you guys are having a fucking supply issue, then do not release this shit. You guys should have stopped it and said, you know what, we're not going to release this. We're going to wait till the generation ends, till the rank crisis, fades away. We already got the controller out there. Let's just sell the controller. Let's keep on, with Steam over here on PC. And then, next gen, when the RAM prices lower itself, you guys release a Steam machine, of course, better than this one. Because you guys probably done that, but, just giving you ideas. You guys have a lot of money, but all right. So it says here, Tarnish Gamer, U6K with the $5 super chat. You can build a 12400F plus 9060 XT for $1,000 right now. Both that CPU and GPU are stronger than the PS5 Pro. Steam machine is for people too dumb to build a rig. Oh, damn. That was sharp. So you're saying that Steam machine is for me? Damn. You see, chat? You see? You see, chat, what I gotta deal with? You see, chat? Look at that. Man, this man, he even sent me a $5 super chat and he said, Steam machine is for me because I don't know how to build a PC rig. Damn. Damn. You see, chat? He broke my heart. What? Wait. A confession is here. Oh, Louis, I'm sure LTT will find a reason. The Quest 3 is becoming a better console than actual consoles. A better device, not a console though. It has its own games, Xbox games, and retro games. It's a device. It's not a console though. Console is the machine that you have in your living room and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Hard Dust. Yeah, actually, trying to have a confession. Richie says, I sold my 1070 Ti for 90 Canadian, bought a used RX 6600 for 130, about 90 USD. So my PC is now Steam machine equivalent, except I have 32 gigabytes of RAM. Oh, damn. Well, the broke boy Lewis says, screw the Steam machine. I got a 4060 Ti I pulled out from one of my gaming PCs, using that and pay $600 to build my own with better specs. Incredible. I got a 3080 right here and I don't even want to get this shit because it's too damn expensive. It is. Difference is, Louis, you don't know how to build one, but you know people who help you build one if you weren't lazy. So you're calling me lazy now? See, chat, look, now chat picking on me, they're calling me lazy. Power Boss, listen. Just ask XBI. Ask them. They'll tell you about it and they'll make fun of you. They'll make fun of me. They'll say, no, I will not trust Louis to build you a PC. That's true, though. Don't trust Louis. I can build you a motorcycle. I can build you a car, probably. But PC? Too many small things. Small, the itty bitty chips. Like you gotta go in there, and you gotta put that creamy stuff in there. Go, and then when you go in there, go, and then you gotta stick that thing on that top of that thing. Oh man, ooh, I can get messy and get the whole motherboard all messed up. Hell no. So let's keep going. So it says here. What's going on here, says here. Why is the Steam Machine so prohibitively expensive? And why does Valve have such a limited stock of the systems? If you follow tech even loosely in recent months, I'm sure your assumption is that ongoing AI-driven RAM shortages are to blame, and you're right. Valve addressed the situation in the blog post. It revealed that the Steam Machine's pricing and availability, in explaining that the price at which we sell our hardware is the direct result of the cost of components it needs to make it, and that original goal for the price of Steam Machine is no longer viable due to the scarcity and skyrocketing costs of memory and storage. You know, it would have been nice if you guys would have come out and said what was the price on this shit, just for us to know. It would have been a big difference. Let's say if it would have been $100, it would have been that shit. That was nothing. But all right. We felt like we had a good understanding of how these costs might change over time when we first started sourcing for them for a Steam Machine back in 2023. That understanding was born from the many years of data we all have about the evolution of PC hardware prices. Primarily that it tends to get cheaper over time, new technology arrives, and manufacturer wrote. Over the past year or so, that has changed quickly and significantly, most visibly for RAM and storage components. It continued. The overall effect is that our original goal for the price of Steam Machine is no longer viable. So the prices we're sharing today reflect the state of the world for manufacturing, or more accurately, it reflects the price of the components as we secured them for over the past 6 months. Valve added that price wasn't the only thing impacted by all of this. Availability, well, was as well. There were periods where we found we couldn't source some of our components at all at any price. This, it says, has impacted the number of units we've been able to produce to launch. Again, Bobby, listen. Listen to Crazy Lou. I know you guys had your Steam Machine plan, but if you guys would have said, listen, we're going to delay the Steam Machine indefinitely because we cannot get the components, we cannot get anything, that would have been better. You guys would have still gone, sold your shit, sold on your store, and people would have bought from your store. You guys would have been fine. But now you guys created this thing out there that basically, if I do a poll, I'm sure I'm going to get 100% of people saying I'm not buying this shit. Here in this chat. Probably. But okay, let's keep reading. In the end, I feel that both Valve and customers are in a total no-win situation here. Valve is what? Wait, what? Hold on a second. What? In the end, I feel that both Valve and customers are in a no total win situation here. As a former can't afford lower the prices without making selling the Steam Machine untenable. I'll tell you this. I won't say it's Valve. I will say it's the customer. The customer's the one who's fucked right here. Because if they want this shit, they gotta pay $1,049 for something that does not even have a controller. And only has 112 gigabytes of RAM. What the hell? And many of the latter are unable to afford the device due to its heightened cost. I hate to say it, but the Steam Machine just seems like an awesome device that just came out at the worst time possible. They should have delayed that shit. Period. Are you considering getting a Steam Machine despite how expensive it is and how it will be too secure in order for one? I'm curious to hear from you, so let me know in the comments and vote on the poll. Okay. You want to know something? I think nobody's buying it, so I'm going to do a poll right here. You got your own poll, I'm going to do mine. Shout out to the 51 people here on the show. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. Also hit that bell. Let's go. Let's go. Hit it, baby. All right. Problem, there are usually specialized name branded parts. Oh, they should have gone, underground and be like, let's get this underground component. Let's see if it works though. Louis, he sold the 1070 Ti for $90K. It must have been a special edition. He said $90K. Oh yeah, I agree with you, bro, boy. He made a ton of money right there with that. Hey, yo, listen. If Rachel would have told me he was selling that shit, I would have bought it. I would have bought it. I would have bought it, and I would have, you know, used it on my PC too, because I know that thing would. Ooh, it's got 10 more years in it. Commando Striker says, upgradable PC is better choice since you can reuse the parts for the next build to save money. My previous 2014 PC, I reused my PC case, power supply, and peripherals, saving me $300 for my 2024 PC build. Sweet. What's up, Louis? Says, why so serious? We're making fun of this. It's me, the boy Lewis, with the $2 super chat. He says, Louis, check the pics. I just put it in Discord when you get the chance. All right, let me open up the Discord. I haven't opened it up today, chat. All right, so let's go in here. Yeah. Holy shit. Well, you know, we all know you danced that poll, Louis. The PS5 Pro is also a scam. We know it's a big scam. And I love it how they went out there and be like, well, you know, now we can sell even more PS5 Pros. Like seriously? You guys literally thought someone was actually right now, this very moment, that has a Steam, because this is what these goofballs don't understand. I keep on saying, you guys think that PlayStation is the godforsaken savior out there when it comes down to consoles, and you know what? You're wrong. Because if these guys already got Steam, and they're already using Steam, why in the blue hell are they going to leave their Steam library, which I probably have hundreds of games, to go build a new library in the PlayStation Store? That's what you guys ever always forget. You guys think that PlayStation has all the games in the world when Steam has everything. PlayStation has jack shit compared to Steam. Now you're going to come over here and tell me, well, you know, we got Ghost of Yotei and Steam doesn't have it. Yeah, they got Counter-Strike. We got asked about Game of the Year. They got Counter-Strike. I mean, you can go ahead and try to bring everything. Well, we got Call of Duty. They got Counter-Strike. Man, all I got to say is they got Counter-Strike, and you guys are done. You guys are out. Crazy. Man, shit. PS5 in general is a scam. I agree. I have one. I haven't used it, so it's just... It's still in my cousins. I gotta pick up that shit. Chad, remind me to go pick up that shit so I can sell it. These three sides try to run this story. No source, no links, no story, no nothing. Oh, I know. They're saying that Elon Musk wants to buy it. Breaking, Microsoft is considering selling Xbox. Just in, and they got community noted. Well, we saw yesterday. Man, they were trying to do the Xbox tax, but it failed on them. It failed on them. It failed. Steam Deck competing with the Steam Machine with what's the worst deal in gaming history. Holy shit, man. I ain't like, look, let me tell you something, right? Look. If I was Valve, first off, Valve, you guys been out here for how long? How long has Steam been out here for all these years, right? They've been out here for all these years. If you guys are running with issues to try to find components, to try to get some stuff, you know, just to build just a simple little thing that you can probably use, you know, to chop your vegetables or sit on it or use it to stand up on it. I don't know what the hell you can use that shit for because it's so damn tiny. I don't know what you can use it for besides gaming, but you can use it for something else probably because it's probably like tough. But at the end though, if you were having problems looking for components for that little tiny thing, then you guys should have said, listen, we're gonna have to delay this because we could not find the components and it's been a problem, but we're gonna delay this, you know, to 28, you know, sit here, reevaluate the Steam Machine and probably come up with something better by the time, you know, next generation consoles come out or something like that. Because seriously, Valve, look, right now we're on the brink of going to next generation consoles. We're on the brink of that. You know, Xbox talking about the Helix, the PS6. We don't know when that shit's gonna come out. We don't know. I don't know what the price is gonna be. But again, these are next-gen consoles that are coming out. Literally, like, what, a year or two? Tops? You guys remember the Philips CDI? Oh, don't get me started with the big fucking Philips CDI bullshit. I hated that thing. Eesh. They made a 5-cent Zelda and 5-cent Mario in that thing. It's insane unless the kid of the child gamer these days, them getting consoles for Christmas are over. Ah. So yeah, like I was saying, if you're gonna have problems with this, you already knew you were having problems, you should have delayed that. You should have just kept on going with PC and just kept it rolling. It wouldn't have been a bad thing, even though, you know, online media would have been like, oh, you know, they couldn't get it, oh, because that's what they doom and gloom about. But at the end, right now, you guys are dooming and glooming. I mean, hell, no one is happy with the damn price. It's expensive. When you look at the specs and compare it to the Series S, the Series S looks better. It's only $400. Let's do the poll. Started poll. Would you buy a Steam machine? Yes? No. Let me type this. I'm going to hell for this. Oh, okay. There you go. All right, there you go. There you go. Pause out there, chat. Take your votes in. I'm going to hell with this one. It's okay. Oh, nothing crazy. Gabe, so the post says, would you buy a Steam machine? Yes? Hell nah. That they crazy. Gabe, sell the yacht to lower the price. Everybody's totally going to forget to sell the yacht to lower the price. I'm going to hell with chat just to let you know. Even though you guys are telling Gabe to lower the price, though, it's still a hell nah. I just added those just to be funny, though. It's still a hell nah. I'm still considering that a hell nah. They crazy. Shoot, nobody has voted a yes on that thing? Wow. And out of all things, what I don't get, though, is this. Like, look, you guys, seriously. You're selling a machine without a controller for $1,034. $1,034. Which that shit cannot plug in with any controller, can it though? Oh, I should have put that in. Hell no. Damn. Nobody's capping for Steam machine prices. All planning out here capping for other companies raising prices. Those, you know who you are. Says Tarnish Gamer. Oh yeah, they capping for the PS5, you know, and stuff like that. Even me, I said this out loud. If you want to buy an Xbox, I tell you, go buy a used one. Try to get a used one. It's nothing against the company, but y'all are too damn expensive. Shit. Now, of course, I mean, if you want to get something new and sweet, get the Series S, because actually it's kind of in the price. It's still expensive though, but shit. Get a used one, period. My God. I'm not a computer savvy guy. I'm sorry. But for Luddite like me, I'm fine with what I got. Yep. In the 80s, computers were not cheap. The average IBM PC cost like 4K minimum. That's like 4K in $80. Yep. Yep. Yep, I know that wasn't cheap though, Google Poll, because listen, there's a difference between something that just came out with the boom. And, you know, back in the day, to get these components in there and everything, remember, they did not have, they probably have machines, but they did not have that much machinery. And the thing is, when you got things automated for like it is nowadays, or things are way more automated, it's way more cheaper to produce than how it was. You know, that's why, you know, these devices are at this price, though. But the thing is, components, though, holy shit. These days, components are in the, like, I don't even know what to say about component prices, because, man, it's going to get serious, though, about how expensive it is. Even Apple the other day came out and said, well, we're going to have to raise the prices on our iPhone. So, yes, the next time you buy a cell phone, it's going to be way more expensive than what it was, like $200 more or $300. That's how it is these days because of the damn AI situation. I get that. But at the end of the day, though, Chat, at the end of the day, though, man, if I was Valve, I would have said, let me hold up a bit. Let me wait a while because I already got Steam on the PC and it's doing really well. Let me rack some more money in here. And, you know, little by little, what we can do is we can build a better Steam machine than the ones we built for next generation. That's what they should have done. I mean, if this thing would have come out in 22, 23, would have been better. But right now, like I said, we're on a brink to jump to next gen. Why in the blue hell are you going to release a machine at this price that is way more lower in specs than the machines that are in there right now? How the hell do you think people are going to pick this up at this very moment? Nobody wants that shit. I'm not kidding you. We have 50 people here on the chat, though, and we got 19 votes in, and literally, let me see, 63, 32, and 5%, if you add them all up, said no. Nobody has said yes. Oh my God. So the thing is, now here comes the question though. Now here comes the next question. Here comes my next question though. What was the original price on this thing? What are you guys aiming for? Because, you know, it would have been nice to know what the original price was. Because if you guys would have said, well, the machine was going to cost $400, but I guess you guys did not want to go out there and say it because people would have used that as ammunition and be like, damn, 500 plus more, that's crazy. And of course, here's the sad part. Y'all are making money on this. Y'all winning money. You're not taking hits on this. Gabe has got a new match. He got to pay for it. Yeah, we blame AI. $750? That's still expensive for that crap, Proud Boss. $750 for the simpler machine? Nah, hell no. Still expensive. The lower one should have been $500. With the controller should have been at $750. The 1 terabyte, if there is there a 1 terabyte? Should have been at not $800 or something, or $900. And then the 2 terabyte one should have been at $1,100. I mean, with that Steam machine, you could listen. And this is what's so funny though. With that Steam machine, guys, if you were aiming to buy a Steam machine, why don't you get yourself? I'll put it much more simpler. Get yourself an LG C2 right there, or LG C3 for $1,000. The 48-inch screen or 42-inch screen. Get that one, and shit. All you gotta do is plug your console in, and then you get not only a Steam machine, you get something that looks really nice though. You need to get a Steam machine. Damn, they went nuts. Bob won't sell the price at loss because it's extra profit. The hardware is just side business, or Valve, they could drop their hardware business today and still in business. Exactly, Commando Striker. That's what I mean though. Like, look, you guys announced this a year ago, right? Fabulous. I'm happy you guys announced it. But if you guys were having so much issue at least getting one little itty bitty power supply, let's say, or whatever, that you guys had issues with, maybe this tells you, and man, you guys had all the warnings out there, maybe it's not the time for me to throw the Steam machine out there to sell. I don't know why you guys rushed this. For what? Trying to get into the living room? You guys are already in the living room. I know some people that have their PCs connected to their TVs. That's already in the living room. It was supposed to be $650 for the 512 gigabytes and $850 maybe for the 950. Oh, there you go. See what I mean? That would have been better. But still, it's expensive for that stuff because, again, the specs tell you something different. Oh, so one person voted yes. Oh, one person voted yes. Who is that person who voted yes is gonna buy that though? The Steam machine are for those on the Steam Deck wanting console-like experience. You can literally pull your memory out of your Steam Deck and drop it straight to the Steam machine. Hey, maybe you can pull the memory out and buy a little, what's that thing called? Buy like a micro SD, whatever it's called, and plug it into your computer, and you can have that too. See how I saw that, Safo? And it's way more cheaper than you're getting a Steam machine still. I saw that shit so fast, it's funny. Keep in mind, highly doubtful. Nintendo game prices have actually been probably the most consumer friendly in the last year or so. Nintendo game prices. Huh? Those guys literally raised it to 80 now, 90 for a physical damn CD. Huh? We're making the price of Valve and not the current hardware markets. AI data centers driving prices up, especially says. Look, the thing is, right? Look. The thing is, Chad. Look. You guys had all the warnings. You guys had everything right there lined up to say, okay, we cannot release this thing because if we release it at 1,000, then we got a problem, though. So right now, if you guys go out there and say, okay, no, Louis, NSO. What do you mean NSO? So, look, right now, you guys can say this, right? Right now, you guys can say, well, this is too expensive, and you're probably going to launch it. Probably it's going to get sold out because there's probably going to be one or two people who's going to buy it, probably, or 3 or 4 that probably, you know, heck, it probably sell. I mean, I have no doubt probably sell because probably some people are going to go ahead and pick it up because they're going to do the map. Be like, yeah, you know, it's in the living room. You know, and I don't have to get a monitor, get a keyboard, none of that stuff. I got the TV, so let's go get it, you know? Yeah. I got that. But at the end, though, right here in this chat right here, guys who've been gaming for such a long time on consoles, you guys don't want it. I get it. Wow. 32 votes in. 12% said yes. Wow, that's pretty cool. So Snow Carter says, Gabe in bought a yacht and mansion and is trying to delegate the cost onto us to make up his loss. La mass. Ooh. And it's okay, I might be weaker than a PS5, but it certainly has more than games than PS5 and some of the PS5 games. That is true, though. That is another plus thing that it has, though, Safa. But even though it's weaker, though, it's still expensive. $1,000 for that thing? Without a controller. Wow. And I don't know if it's going to be controller-friendly because what I know is, like, can it be controller-friendly? Can you use a Series X controller on that? Let me go check. Chat, before I keep on ranting because I don't know. Can you plug a Series X controller and use it with the Steam machine? Let's see what it says here. Yes! Okay, then if you can plug it with that, then that's not a problem. Okay, cool. No problem. Because, you know, I thought, since they said the Steam OS controller cannot work with the Xbox store, now if you can plug this in there, then it's cool. Fantastic. I'm happy for that. Okay, but still, it's $1,000. It's still expensive, though. Damn. Still expensive. Valve main business is software. If they drop Steam, they will be out of business. Sony main business is hardware. If they drop their console hardware, they out of business because no one can buy PS games. Here's the thing about what's it called? About Sony, though. Right now, they saying this. Why? Oh, why? I got a question, though. Is this written by Mr. Schreier? Of course it has to be written by Mr. Schreier. In the title, it says, Tencent and Microsoft are pulling back from game studio investments, adding to the industry-wide pain. Why do you have to put Microsoft in there? It's Tencent. Right now, the news is Tencent is pulling away. So you're covering Tencent with the Microsoft news just to get the clicks? Wow. Fucking Xbox tax. Oh, how many does this Gabe Newell have? Exploring the Valve co-founder, a $1 billion fleet. So he has Gabe Newell owns 6 luxury yachts valued at nearly $1 billion. So wait, he has $6 billion worth of yachts? And this man cannot take a hit in a Steam machine? Wow. What was that saying from that what was that famous saying from Resident Evil? No, I mean that oh God. That guy who leaves the guys behind, that guy's an asshole. Wow, what an asshole. Wow, Gabe, $6 billion in yachts and you cannot take a hit on Steam Machine? Wow. Broke Boy says, so is PlayStation. Are they just ignoring studios that PlayStation closed this year? Of course they're ignoring it, my friend. They gotta ignore it. They gotta ignore it because they gotta protect their itty bitty babies. I don't know what kind of funding PlayStation gives them, but they're giving them something though, because they're always protected. Hey, New Jack Gaming, good morning. So yeah, Steam Machine can only play Forza Horizon 5 at 40 FPS. I'm better at plays Forza Horizon 6 at even lower frames. Oh shit, Fedora just works. Been using it for 5 years without no issue now. Nice. It's the same price on the consoles since. But now the PS5 is running Forza at 60 FPS. Yep. What game do you think will be Steam Machine's launch shadow game? That's another one though. Aren't they not gonna announce Half-Life 3? I mean, not Half-Life, sorry. Is it Half-Life? Am I saying it right? I forgot the name. Oh my god, I forgot the name. Is it Half-Life? Yeah, Half-Life, alright. So aren't they gonna announce Half-Life 3 to launch this console with? Because at least give them Half-Life 3. I mean, shit. Give it to them. Give it to them. Well, not quite, John B. Will resolve his ass and Linux due to codes compared to Mac and Windows, but besides DAW video editors, Linux is Link. Under Ring everywhere else is cheap, even with the DLC. King. It better be fucking Half-Life 3, but I better have a better chance of getting a Porsche. Power Boss, we do not even know that shit exists. Listen, Power Boss, until I don't see it. I'm being serious. Until I don't see it. Not with video game trailers, because even though it could have a Steam trailer and have Steam slapped on it, until I don't see it released with the price on it, I will not believe there is a Half-Life 3. I just won't. I won't. I'm sorry, I won't. I've been 25 years hearing, oh, they're working on Half-Life 3 all these fucking years. And I was like, man, is Half-Life 3 like this game? What's that game called that has unlimited funding and it can never release, though? What was that game that has limited funding? It has never released, though, and it keeps on taking people's money. And it has like $12 billion invested into it. Even more than Gabe Newell's job, though. Yep. Star Citizen, thank you. Yes, Star Citizen. Star Citizen! I mean, is that how much funding it got? Because, man, I've been waiting. I mean, for like, so I'm not kidding you, though. When was the last time there was a rumor about it? There's been rumors since 1995. I mean, there have been rumors for Half-Life 3 since Joe Montana won his last Super Bowl. I'll not even go way more deeper, and I'll be honest with you. I've heard of Half-Life 3 since the Dallas Cowboys won the last Super Bowl. Yeah, I had to go there. Sorry, Dallas, I love you guys, but man, it's true. Damn, it's been that long. You guys, I can't use the Chicago, what's it called? The Cubs anymore, or use the Cubs anymore, because at the end of the day, the Cubs already won, a World Series the past couple of years, but since 1908 though. But yeah, I had to use Dallas Cowboys since the last Super Bowl. I've heard of Half-Life 3. Never heard of it, It's a terminology, but you get my point. There is no Half-Life 3. Nope. I mean, for me, it does not exist. Kirby Mind, listen, they can give me a trailer right now and put it at Steam. Half-Life 3 is releasing until I don't see a price and until I don't see the game be in stores and you pick it up and buy it for you to play it right there. I do not believe there is a Half-Life 3. There's no way, no doubt. I could be wrong, but hey, if it does come out, like I said, I'd rather see the pricing and the day it comes out, and that day I'd rather be able to pick it up and say, okay, it's actually true. That's the only way I'm convinced there is or ever was a Half-Life 3. So it says here, Valve says we won't see Steam Deck 2 until hardware advances further, meaningful ways. So by model, they might be taking a similar approach to HL3. Now it's Half-Life 3 when Louis is exactly. Thank you for that. See, now you're picking on me. See, Chad, look at this. They announced Half-Life 3 when Louis had a full head of hair. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, my sisters. Thank you. Out of all things, you got to pick on my hair, though. But guess what? I'm getting injections, so I'm going to have hair soon. Take that. And they took pictures of it, and it's growing. Ha 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 ha. Hey, but that was over 20 years ago. Yep. Deadlock has over $32 million. Remind you that is a beta invitation. Only you need a friend to invite you to Deadlock. It's going to be a Steam Machine launch title game. Sweet. That's nice, though. Sweet. Sweet, 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 sweet. Sweet. Why is it that we gamers hear leaker price and accept this as God's words and say the price is good and the official price drops and the same price we bash saying unsustainable, laugh out loud, weird? Why do gamers do that? Here's the thing though, right? Treybone, look. Some people out there go out there and say stuff, right? Because look, I was actually hoping that this machine was going to be in this price. Because I said, you know, if it gets in this price range, you know, it can be compatible out there against the other machines, right? But at 1,049 without a controller and only 512 gigabytes, and you're like, wait, I play these big AAA games. I'm just gonna go ahead and, you know, let me go get what's it called? Let me go get a Series S and play the games I just want to play, and that's it. You're in a win-win. Even though Valve with the Steam Machine has 100,000 plus games, I get it. But still, it's mad expensive for that damn thing. It even a little tiny thing. I mean, we look at the specs. You're like, you know. And the specs tell you everything. You don't want to buy that thing for 1,049 though. And why do we bash it? Because for the specs it has. Now, if you give me something that's got some awesome specs in there, I said, you know what? It's a good price. With the way the situation is. Not that I applaud the $1,000 price, because for me, no, I don't want that shit to happen. But the times are here, and we're in that situation, so we gotta wait till it cools down. How long will it take? I don't know. NFL has instituted a new rule that the Super Bowl will never be played at a stadium that could possibly give a team the home field advantage. Therefore, all future Super Bowls will be played in Dallas. NFL has instituted a new rule that Super Bowl will never be played at a stadium that could possibly give a team. Okay. Oh, God. Valve says where you are gaming. Yeah, it's too expensive. And like I said, though, Valve, you should just hold up a bit and just get a better Steam Machine out there with a better price. And when the RAM prices would have cooled down, you would have released it, though. There's no rush to release a console. Trust me. There's no rush. And one thing you guys should have seen, and the warnings were out there, look at the PS5 sales, how they tanked because of the console price rise. Look how they tanked, though. Louis only made 20K, is going to sell out? Oh, of course it's going to sell out. I know it is. Out with NFL, then rule already, then also play Super Bowl, no beating allegations, NFL left. I don't know. I don't watch football, though. I just use that as a reference, though. I do not watch football. Well, I do kind of, but I just don't get it. I just don't understand, though. So here we go. We have a new rumor out here. Hey, bro, boy. You have a new rumor out here, bro, boy. No. Out of all things, it's like, doesn't anyone have something to talk about, though? Nobody got nothing to talk about, though? Check this out. Look at the new rumor that's coming out here. It's like, nobody's got nothing to talk about, though. Come on, Idle Sloth, not like this, man. It's a rumor, man. Just let the time flow. Why do you gotta worry people since the beginning? Wait, let Microsoft announce what is gonna happen. I don't understand. But okay. Here we go. Rumor, 5 Xbox game studios are closing down. Based on an anonymous post by AlphaCat64 on The eternal corporate platform blind, which requires verified Microsoft employment. Anonymous poster Alpha Cat 64 posted. Xbox Studios cooked equals cooked. Big week coming up for next week for XGS. Full studio closure for Compulsion Games, Ninja Theory, Flight Simulator team. Why in the blue hell? See these two though? Why would they close down Flight Simulator? That team has been legendary out there. World's Edge, Age of Empires. When Age of Empires has been cooking, doing well. And Double Fine. Alright, roughly 1,000 people were laid off across these studios. Halo is safe. Gears 2. Now this one. Halo. Most of the layoff numbers come from the entire studio closures. Additional layoffs are expected in services and other teams, but no further full studio closures are anticipated outside the listed ones. Core platform engineering PM roles are said to be safe. Okay. Right. Let's wait for it to be announced. Please wait for it to be announced. Shout out to the 68 people here on the show. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. And also hit that bell. Wow, 72 in here. Come on, baby. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Also hit that bell. Let's go. Let's get Louis to 2,100. Let's go, baby. Yeah. But yeah, now they're going to use that as a reference and be like, yeah, it's true. Okay. Idle Slot posts rumors based on what rumors people say on YouTube, using Mr. Boomstick as a source before. Ending the poll. So the poll says here we got 54 votes in here. 54 votes. And here you go. Hell nah, they crazy. 54% said no. Gave sell the yacht to lower the price. 30%, which means hell nah. And gave sell your house to lower the price. That's 7%. That means hell nah. And just 9% said yes. Wow. Wow. I hit the like button if you can start calling me baby now. Okay. Okay. G, maybe. G, baby. What's up, G, maybe? How you doing? Hello, guys. My chance with Unreal Engine 5. No more excuses. Oh, let's see. Let's see. I understand. That's why I'm asking the leaks happen. People say the price is good, perfect for this machine, but when the official price is dropped and it's the same prices, so some act like we didn't know. Laugh out loud. Oh, I get it. Well, I mean, like I said, I always said this about the price of this machine. It should have been between 500 to 1,000. It shouldn't have been beyond that. Now, my prediction was wrong. It's beyond 1,000. Literally, by 49 bucks, is beyond 1,000. This smaller device. Wow. 512 gigabytes for 1,000. Holy shit. Hey, so Lou can start rocking glam rock uniform and wear eyeliner like the 80s rock band. Hey, that would be a good costume for Halloween, though. Yeah, it's always more fun when Joey hop on La Falo. The banter is great. Want me to get in? I don't know. Let me see. Wait, hold on, Power Boss. I think Joey wanted to hop in today. Let me ask him if he can hop in, because he said he'd try to hop in, and I'll tell you in a minute. The banter has been hilarious today. We've been having some fun. It's been crazy out here. Because we still got some stuff we got to talk about. Ooh. This is an opinion piece. So chat, this is an opinion though. Oops. My bad. Oops. Paste. Alright. Opinion piece, opinion piece, opinion piece. Of course. Why are you saying this though? I don't know why, but it's got my Curious George going right here. Pause, that sounded so wrong. I know it did, but it's true though. Why are you saying this though? Are you guys trying to imply that the PS6 might be delayed? Opinion, the PS6 cannot come out in this era of 1,000+ consoles. let's read this. Let me write to Joey real quick before I continue on. Spark Boss wants to hop in. Let me see what Joey's up to. Joey. Where's Joey at? Hold on, chat. Alright, so. Brothers Grimm, good morning, my brother. How you doing? So let's read this. What was once designed to be a relatively affordable yet high-quality entry point into the world of video games is simply no more. Consoles can now cost as much as $1,000 at launch, and that's the only for the most basic model. This stems from the latest round of Steam Machine, where it has been confirmed the 512GB version of the system will retail for $879 at $1,049, and that's without the Steam controller, whilst packing very little storage. The price of video game hardware has always been the rise as we had transitioned from the game generation to the next. But with the current PC component storage on the top, the costs have now ballooned to such a state that success and overall availability of these machines is being brought into question. No matter how many flashy exclusives you have, no matter how much current and future games will run, how do you realistically expect the standard consumer to upgrade to a PS6 in however many years' time at these kind of prices? This is where it gets dumb. It's not even about to justify a leap to oneself at this point. It's simply balancing such a significant purchase while handling the cost of living. Housing is up, food is up, fuel is up, the active living is up. The struggle to see the PS6 can launch at this climate and any kind of success like its predecessors. I'm gonna go in with the kill with this one. No matter how many flashy exclusives you have, no matter how much better current and future games will run, how do you realistically expect the standard consumer to upgrade to the PS6 in however many years' time at these kind of prices? It's not even about justifying the leap to oneself at this point. It's simply balancing such a significant purchase while handling the cost of living. I already read this. Shit. Rumors surrounding the PS6 have pledged the console as a 2027 release, which is terrifying for all manner of reasons. And not just while I'm touching in this article, there's a very strong sentiment amongst enthusiast owners the PS5 has been pushed to its limits. And with an improving PS5 Pro on the market alongside a few exclusives, I'm inclined to agree. I want to see more from the PS5 generation, and PS6 next year would leave slightly sour taste in my mouth. Luckily, there are suggestions of 2020 or even 2029 launch of the PS6. I'd be satisfied with that latter, but again, it comes back to the question: will enough of the world be in position to afford the thing to where Sony can actually release it some level of success? The worldwide PC component shortage doesn't show any signs of slowing down. I'm sure PlayStation will have a strong marketing plan to promote PS6, but with the current prices knocking around, will it fall on deaf ears? Single-player exclusives have gone back to being exclusive to PlayStation hardware, and I'm sure you guys came up with that lie, though. They did not say that, though. What is made with the PS6 in mind? At this point, you're probably looking at for Horizon 3 on PS6, along with the titles from a range of first-party teams and third-party partnerships for a big launch. Now, those games will appear on PC. On the PS6 will have generally exclusive software you can't find anywhere else. Seriously? Alongside this, of course, I'm expecting a significant cross-platform period where PS6 exclusives are extremely few and far between. Don't expect them to come from anyone but PlayStation Studios and its partners. Tantalizing the exclusive. Wow, this is so long. You guys are just talking crap. So let me go in for the kill, because just you guys are talking too much stuff here, like opinion piece. Listen. It's like y'all forgot what happened 5 years ago. This is a new generation. If PS6 says they're going to launch this console, it's going to be $1,000 in this generation. You know what people are going to say? I'll put it much more simpler. What happened 5 years ago? Y'all forget? What happened 5 years ago? 6 years ago? We had a COVID. We had these consoles selling out there from scalpers for $1,000. And a lot of people went out there and bought this console for $1,000 at least the first year. The first year they bought it for $1,000 the first year. The second year, you know, time started to tone down a bit. The third year is when it finally, you know, it went to stores. And that's where definitely it toned down and died. But people at the beginning were buying these boxes for $1,000. So why are you guys worried for a new gen to come out $1,000 though? Because then down the road is going to lower the prices though, unless they want to be greedy and keep on increasing it. So why are you guys worried about $1,000 price on a new generation? When the new generation came in, people went out there and bought it for $1,000. I'm not saying go for $1,000, but I'm just saying that's what happened. Everybody wanted to upgrade. They went out there and got it from a scalper. But at the end of the day, though, the people who are smart, they will wait till things cool down. And as you say, though, right, as you say, we do not need the new gen. Listen, maybe the new gen is going to come out next year. And people who are smart, like us, will say, okay, we'll hold off a bit. You know, it's a bit expensive. We'll hold off till they lower the price. Because listen, if you forget, we're 6 years in. And this year alone, finally, 6 years later, they decided not to port Call of Duty anymore to last-gen consoles. This year alone, 6 years after the generation ended. Come on, guys. I'm trying to scare people off with that stuff. Come on. If it comes out, it comes out. If they're ready to release, let them release it. I just hope it's not beyond $1,000, because shit will be nuts. But at the end of the day, though, whatever all the smart gamers are going to do, the ones who want to go buy it, they're going to go buy it. Day one. Yep. They'll probably go buy it. Now, the question is, will they be able to find it? Because listen, let me tell you something. You guys are so focused on the pricing. You're not focusing on the real problem here, and that is someone going to be able to find it? Because the scalpers are going to go in and buy this console like crazy. It's going to be near impossible, because trust me, PlayStation only wanted to say is, hey, we sold this many consoles, and they don't give a shit if scalpers buy them. They don't. They don't. They don't. They don't. Everything but player per minute is something else. I bet Xbox is very strong there with Day 1 Game Pass. It's just that 30% margin, and Xbox look bad, but that is gone. Yep, that is gone, my friend, 100%. Dedicated hardware that is only due to specific tasks will be expensive. Consoles dedicated hardware, where it's only specific tasks for gaming, they're gonna be pretty expensive, even at the price of the loss. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty expensive though. But listen, during COVID times though, people went out there and bought these boxes for $1,000. How much did PS5 sell? Let me go see though. Its first year. Hold on a second. So the PS5 sold its first year. They sold 7.8 million units. So it says by the end of the full calendar year, by December 2021, Sony reported that the PS5 had reached 17.3 million units sold worldwide. So they sold 17.3 million units, and guess what? They sold that much because the majority were bought by scalpers. And a lot of people who wanted to buy that console, they had to buy it from a scalper because they just could not pick it up on a store. The PS6 will only be cheap if it was a handheld. No, I don't believe. But Safa, the funny thing is, handhelds are not cheap. Look at the Steam Deck. Steam Deck is almost $1,000 right now for that thing. Breaking news: Sony and PS moving to AI. Not a word from the media, aka Pony Thoughts. Yep, never said nothing about it. Yep. People being impatient or dumb enough to overpay a scalper isn't any problem. A console doubling in price than previous generation is. I agree with you, John Willex Booth. I agree with you. But the thing is, I'm telling you how the mentality is going to be. I'm just setting you up for the mentality how it's going to be, though. Look, I bet you that if they right now release the new console, PS6 for $1,000, I bet you on Twitter they'll say, well, I bought mine back in 2020, 1,000, so it's for me it's a fair price, a new generation. I understand the console, blah, blah, blah. They're going to look for the excuse. Now, if Xbox releases the console at $1,000, it's going to be, oh, it's bad, it's awful, oh no. That's what they're going to do there. That's how they're going to react, though. I'm telling you, that's the mentality out here. That's how it is. We know this because we're seeing it all the fucking time. Garden State Boss says PC is way better than console. That's true. It's way better, but it's damn expensive. Still was expensive without the rent crisis. Was expensive and still is. And now it's more expensive today. PS5 sold that much because it launched during the lockdowns, and yes, and also the Xbox Series X launched in lockdowns. And the thing is that was picked up by scalpers. I'm telling you, and people went out there and, you know, picked this up for $1,000. They did. There's a lot of people who did. They were out there searching for eBay stores. I'm telling you this much. I know from a store here in Dominican Republic. I know from a store that during the COVID times, though, that dude was literally 24/7 on the PC trying to get PS5 to a low price in order for him to sell it here. And he cannot get it lower than 1,000. And he bought literally more than 1,000 to 2,000 consoles to sell in $1,000. I mean, the PS5 were at 65,000 pesos, 85,000 pesos. I'm not kidding you. The digital one's 65. So if you take 65,000 for digital PS5, I mean, shit, that was during that time, the dollar was at 45, I think it was. So literally, they were selling it for like $1,400 here in Dominican Republic because he could only get it for $1,000. He could not find it anywhere else. His supplier that was in Mexico could not send him stuff because even him in Mexico was having issues to get PS5s. I'm not kidding you, they were. What do you mean, Louis? They ripped Xbox for having a $1,000 handheld, which in turn also claimed wasn't an Xbox. Oh yeah, remember that? Oh shoot, yeah. They did that. Handhelds are not cheap though. Can you say Sony are from like $20 billion from new gen? That's two guys entered the chat. I thought you turned off the notifications. With what? Notifications with what though? Consoles to me superior to PC because of ease of use. If it never update driver in my consoles ever, and from hitting from to being and play a game is like 10 seconds. Yeah, like look, look, the thing is the console automatically update. You know, that's something you have to go over there, click and update, you know, drivers and stuff like that. I get the issue though, but if you can skip all that stuff though, right, you'll be doing good. You know, like for example, if you don't mind updating your drivers or checking things out, you're good. You know, you're good. You got a good PC. Last game I installed was PSO about 6 years ago. It took 3 days and it required having to run a script through PowerShell to get working. Wow, damn, that's crazy. I can't see how people buy from scalpers as they make some of these companies are the scalpers getting data on how people willing to go how much. Exactly. There you go. There you go. See? There you go. How much they could pay. Then they do the same and jack up prices. Exactly. There you go. But never stopped anyone from getting their consoles, man. That's the thing, though. You must have a shitty PC. I put PSO and PSO2. Never had issues. Other check offer up. Some people want to sell their stuff quickly. There you go. And it's like what I said though. I mean, if they're gonna launch and they gotta go out there and launch, they're gonna launch. So that opinion piece, get it out the way. Get it out the way. Move, bitch. Get out the way. Who's fighting in here though? Bobby, help him out. Pull out. What do you mean? Did you tell him Bobby needs to help me out? Where Bobby at? But yeah, that's what I mean though, Chad. I mean, I don't get that opinion piece, but all right, there you go. Here's another opinion piece that is interesting to see right here. Ah, but again, you guys, what I don't understand, why you guys still believe that PC ports are not gonna happen? I mean, literally, they said if they need to put it on there, they will put it on there. And right now, PlayStation probably might say, oh, this is a win for me right now because of the Steam Machine price. Maybe I can still put my games on PC. It's gonna give me more cash though. They literally said it. They said it in the Sony meeting. What do you guys keep on saying they quit? Oh, God. PlayStation PC ports have reported generating nearly double the revenue of Xbox PS5 ports. But Sony is still quitting Steam. Of Xbox PS5 ports. Okay, I get it now. But if they made $2 billion in this, why the heck they should not shove it in there? Why not? Go ahead and shove it. 43 million overall copies sold from the PS Studio games on Steam and made 1.5 billion. That's some good cash. They just need to learn which ones they got to put on there. That's all. Nothing wrong with that. They got to know which ones are supposed to go on there. That's it. When will Purple be on the show, Crazy Louie? You need a good regañada from Purple? Ah, no. The thing is, you can never argue with Purple. Purple always wins. It's hard to argue with Purple. Purple always wins. Purple always gets on top. You know, always wins. Purple is top class. It's hard to fight with Purple. It's a tough fight. Yeah, you normally hear around children, which is I use it to pickles. But it says you don't say that you made liquid metal is leaking at launch day of PS5s now. Yes, it's leaking though. It's incredible. And they said it was never gonna leak. Nope. It was never gonna leak. That's what they said though. And I was like, oh, never say never. Here you go. Now we got it leaking. Who in the blue hell is calling me though? Hold on a second, chat. Let me pick this up. Hello. ¿De parte de quién? Bien, cuéntame, ¿qué le puedo ayudar? Sí, lo estoy esperando. Sorry, Chad, it was from the bank. New credit card. Woohoo. All right, let's go. So it says here, Sea of Thieves sold 13 million on Steam. See what I mean? I mean, look, if PlayStation did good with the PC ports, and right now with the Steam Machine coming out, I mean, they could continue on. They probably pulled back a little bit, but like, oh, you know, the Steam Machine's coming out, it could be a competitor against us. But, you know, they probably pulled back on that. So now they're seeing like how expensive it's going to be. They said, okay, you know, maybe it's time for us to reel it back in. So Powerboss, I did not get a response from Joy. I guess Joy is not hopping in. And Powerboss, if you see her want to hop in, go ahead, my friend, and hop in. If you want to bring up a good, sweet debates. Maybe they need to do what Nintendo does. Don't go overboard on hardware. Yep, that's it. Oblivion Remaster sold 3 million copies of... Oh, sweet. Sweet. A Series S with maybe more RAM is all we need, really. Probably so. We don't need that much, though, to be honest, though. We don't need that much when it comes down to this. As of now, we don't need much when it comes down to gaming. Because look, games look already beautiful. We don't need that much of power. You remember what I said yesterday? I do not need a console with HDMI 2.2. I don't need that shit right now. I just don't. I just don't. Maybe down the road, for example, if Asha can do this, right? Asha can release a affordable console that we can all enjoy for next gen, if you want to pick it up or not. We can all enjoy, right? And midway, when RAM prices go down, then you can release the Beast, the Ultimate Helix. Like, you know, the PS5 did with the PS5 Pro. And back in the day, how Xbox released this Xbox One, Xbox One S, and then the Xbox One X. Which was really weird that this gen we did not get that. Because people were like, yeah, we don't need it. That's what we were saying, though. We probably don't need it. We don't need the upgrade. But to be honest, it would have been a sweet little upgrade if we would have had one, though. But yeah. Man, what is Thanksgiving, Christmas gonna look like at all these stores with these prices? Well, it's gonna look ugly though. Maybe we just gotta wait a while, chat. We just gotta sit down. Look, the good thing about life is we can be patient and wait for things to calm down a bit. And yeah, that's what we gotta do. Prison Desert Crash Day 1 on launch day, but the media couldn't talk about it. Starfield on PS did too. Yep. I gave away my one of my Xbox Ones to my nephews, and they play some of the games on cloud. They're fine with it, even COD. Sweet. But yeah, I mean, no rush. Look, release a console, you know, kind of like a Series S with more RAM, you know, mighty powerful, or release something like the Series X, mighty powerful, no problem, that can withstand, you know, the pricing. And then after that, you know, once RAM prices go down, then you release a Xbox Helix X or an Xbox Helix Hulk or an Xbox Helix G for Godzilla. I don't know. Just release something that, you know, that people can say, okay, it's time for me to upgrade, baby. Let me upgrade. Yeah. And that's all we got to do. That's all we need right here. Right, Bobby, I know I thought Din is the only one. What's up with Bobby, though? You make me laugh. Great banter. Who's fighting in here? Bobby? No, but you're immature laugh out. Who's fighting? Why are you guys fighting with Bobby, though? H was in timeline. 60 FPS, 1080p is more than enough for me, to be honest. Oh, really? Sweet. But you know what I just need? Listen, all I need is 4K 60. Nothing else. Nothing else. I just need a 4K 60 console. I don't need 120. I don't need 240. I don't need 350. I don't need 600. I just need my 4K 60 console. That's all I need. So give me that, and I'm happy with games. Even more happy. Yeah. That's all I need. Period. After Helix, every console should be running on the new wireless HDMI that's been working on. No, Traybo, no. Traybo, that 4K wireless thing, you know, that HDMI wireless should be in an ultimate box. But for now, though, keep it simple. Don't go nuts. Console gamers are also being scammed with the remaster labels. Laugh out loud. PC gamers just have to put the game once, raise the graphics resolution, and we have remasters baked on the original game. Well, I mean, that's true too. Bobby and I will get that rich if I tag too many times, and that again. Or would I have gotten the Steam machine by now? The type of money. Says Pickles. Pickles, are you guys fighting? Bobby ain't even here, Pickles. Do any of you have a Switch 2? How does Xenoblade Chronicles X run? Might get a Switch 2 for that game. Jeez, and already beat it 2X. Such a great game. What's on your back? Go pick it up. Try to buy a used one, though. Most of the remasters on PC are free upgrade, where areas on consoles you have to rebuy that remaster. Shoot. Except for the PlayStation remasters, though. PlayStation said, no! Y'all gotta buy this remaster right here. We remastering this shit just for y'all to buy. They said no. Golly. Gazoos, as they say out there. I guess he's just posted out here fake news with that thing that Out of Slot posted on here. Man, kind of funny though. Shit. Let's go down the list. Let's go down. Oh, THQ Nordic Showcase, August 7, 2026. Let's go. We're going to titles like Titan Quest 2, Wreckfest 2, The Guild, Europa 1410, Fate Keeper, Expeditions, Samurai, The Eternal Life of Gold Man, and Way of the Hunter 2. With more to come as we count down to Showcase. Oh, we're getting a Showcase, guys. THQ, baby. Let's go watch it, though. Uh-oh. What happened here? Ah, shit. What happened here? Uh-oh. Ah. Awesome news to cover, chat. Uh-oh. Absolutely a terrible idea. Nobody likes Sony's new PS Plus experiment. What is the new PS Plus experiment? PlayStation is currently experimenting the way it delivers PS Plus and PS Plus Premium titles in the USA, UK, and Japan, and the method is adopted isn't going down particularly well with those affected. For years now, the monthly lineup of games have been delivered all at once on the Tuesday following the reveal. Now in the USA, UK, and Japan territories alone, that big drop of PS5, PS4, and classic games is being stretched out across a few weeks. Also, basically what they're doing is they're doing the Xbox method. As an example, here's the 2026 June for PS Plus Extra look like. Okay. June 10th, Sonic Generations, Sonic X. Oh, USA, UK on the 10th. The 16th, Japan. June 16th, Final Fantasy 16 worldwide. Child Man, and June 23rd. What's wrong with them expanding this though? Everywhere else in the world is unaffected by the change. I'll receive the games above as usual. The 16th on June, the Tuesday after the announcement was made. Oh Lord. Now they're mad about this? I don't find anything wrong with that though. You know what they're doing though? They're trying to extend. Oh God, they're trying to keep the people on the PS Plus. That's what they're trying to do. That's why they're extending it. Nothing wrong with that. And yes, they're copying Xbox again with that. PC and Xbox, all you need, 100%. That's all we need in our lifestyle. The media is going to go hard versus the Steam Machine versus Helix, but going to say it's nothing compared to the PS6. Ooh, you can play Nintendo games and Sony games on your PC and Xbox console in your living room for Game Pass. Yep. That literally is for all media, but we're going to throw it away once we beat a game. Laugh out loud. Man, they others say this is a terrible idea to extend the games, though. They're just trying to keep people, you know, focused on PS Plus. That's all. Trying to keep us sign up. So that way, if they sign up around, let's say if it gets announced, you know, on the 15th, though, they can try to extend it to get it there so people can be there for the whole month. And, you know, resubscribe to PS Plus. I don't get it, though. Oh Lord, PS6 not my ass. So Sony gamers are Assassin's Creed GTA clones. Sony just copies the casual thing, has nothing to do with greatness. Anywhere's what those guys are paying with dynamic pricing in effect? Nope. I have not heard anything though. So let me guess. You buy a movie, watch it, and throw it out the window when your cat when you're done, basically. Are we gonna do Tomb Raider? How is the original pathetic? I don't know. But chat, this is some funny stuff. Now they're complaining about them extending the PS Plus store. Oh my God. It's actually good. I like they extended that though. That way people got time to play the other game. You know, try it out. If they don't like it, they'll just delete it. Period. Just hop into the other one that comes around though. They got time to try it out instead of playing everything in day one. Because then they'll download what they want and not try anything else though. Jesus. That's actually a good way though. Let's keep going down the list. Steam Machine was originally meant to be 750, but price increased to RAM. Where did you get those facts? Asked Lemon. Yeah, exactly. We want to get that information though, because we haven't heard officially from them though. I need to read that official from them to see if they're actually true what they're saying though. Damn, Steam Machine, $1,000. Look where we're at. For a machine that doesn't even have that power that these consoles do. Now, on Safo's side though, what she's right though is they got 100,000 games. That's true, but damn. Damn. Crazy stuff. Speak of Bob, is Bobby giving you the rent money? Nope. Pickles, he has not given me 1 cent. He just flies by and complains. Okay, for those of you all who were worried about Blade, we got some breaking news right here from Tom Howard. Shit. Here you go, chat. Some great news from Todd Howard with this game. It says here loud and clear. Marvel's Blade developers are doing a really great job, says Todd Howard. There you go. While we know almost nothing about Xbox Game Studios and Arkane's upcoming title, Marvel's Blade, that hasn't stopped me from getting excited about it. The game only entered full production in late 2024, so it'll be some time before anything new gets revealed. However, Bethesda Game Studios head Todd Howard has given a little update on Blade's production. In an interview in the Entertainment Weekly, Howard talked briefly about Blade, stating, "I'm not at liberty to say when we'll see more, but I saw some stuff yesterday on May 21st, and the folks on Arcane Studios, the developers, are doing really great job." Yes. That's not to go off, but it does confirm that Marvel's Blade is still in production, and it sounds like things are going well for the team working on it. However, Powerboss did not hop in. Okay, I think Powerboss left though. However, as positive as that sounds, we also have to take into account that while the newly published interview, Howard's comments from Blade referred to when he saw it back in May 2026. This will have been before the big Xbox reset kicked off, and Microsoft reported entered negotiations to potentially shut several Xbox studios. Developer Arcane Studios hasn't been the subject of these rumors. Yes, it was, because they were saying it was about to be shut down. But the recent reports stating that Xbox Game Studios that were safe from layoffs may now be in trouble and may be tangled up in these talks. All this to say is Howard's words on Marvel's Blade are positive. Things could have changed since he saw it. I'm hoping all is still well with the game, that it does materialize in the future. I mean, who will buy a game where you're half vampire kicking other vampires' ass? That would sound like absolute vampire slaying gold mine to me. When it was revealed in 2023, Marvel's Blade was described as a mature game set in the heart of Paris, featuring an original story with Arcane Leon's signature immersive gameplay and world-class narrative. If and when Blade releases, it will definitely be in 2026. It won't definitely be in 2026, we know that for a fact. It's not going to happen there, and I highly doubt it will be next year either. Thankfully, a lot of awesome games coming in around the tide of us over Persona 4 Revival and Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis are definitely two of the titles for me. Yes. All right. So yeah, chat, we got some good news when it comes down to Blade. It seems like it's doing well. I hope they're not saying this for a PR stunt. So I guess that studio is not going to be affected as they said it was going to be affected out there. Yep. Just like the Blade movie, it's in development. Hell, no one knows. I think that got canned, though. The Blade movie got canned, though. I read somewhere. I think it got canned, though. Same price for the hardcore. Ah. Who the fuck is Bobby? So, gee, maybe Bobby is a bird that comes in and flies once in a while. He hasn't been here in a while. I think Bobby's got kids, though, so he's busy with kids. So Bobby got a girlfriend. Him and his girlfriend were up here, you know, singing and bantering and all this stuff. And every time there was PlayStation news, Bobby flew in and just started to bitch about PlayStation news. You know, trying to defend PlayStation. So it's Bobby the bird. Yes, he hasn't been here in a while for me to say, Bobby, what's up? Yeah, it hasn't been here in a long time though. Let me go see. Bobby's okay though. Now I'm worried. Do you see, Chad? Look what you guys made me. Man, I'm gonna get up my chair and see if Bobby's okay. Bobby! Bobby, where you at, Bobby? Nope, I don't see no nest down there, Chad, but I don't know, Bobby kind of disappeared. So yeah, I haven't seen Bobby in a while. Larry and Mike Johnson, the same thing. I have not seen Mike Johnson here in a while either. Woohoo! Bobby's in Virginia. Bobby, you hear that? Bunch of crickets around. Oh, man, you guys are mean. Bobby's real. I told people to start not to listen to these so-called bleed rumors. Arcane told us it was going to happen radio silence. Now people want different developers because the graphics costs a BS rumor. The thing is, though, Trey, out here, there's a lot of people that love to put fear factor. They love to put fear factor. There's so many ways to pave the ground instead of putting fear factor against people. Right? For example, when the whole third-party thing would happen, though, what did I do? I paved the way for you guys, and I said, look, chat, it could be everything. If it is, and if it is everything, I mean, y'all better get ready for that. That's how you pave the way for stuff. But these guys, you know, they'd rather get emails, they'd rather get all this stuff, and just say stuff that just to worry and get the fear factor out there. Get people scrambled all over the place like what media does, especially Twitter itself. You know, they try to get people to be scared and run off and, you know, not come back, you know, to the Xbox brand or drive them nuts and be like, oh shit, you know? Yeah, oh shit, I got a call. Hold on a second. Hold on, let me go to my email right now. Oh, I just got an email from the bank. 1 second, chat. Let me go to my email. She called 7 minutes ago. Okay, so what email is this, though? Is this the Crazy Louie? Oh, this is my email, though. Yeah, okay, so I'm in. I didn't have the email. Every time I call, they never pick up, though. So let's see if they pick up.
Hola, buenos días.
Sí, le habla Luis Carbonell, dígame. All right, chat, sorry about that. You know, it's the bank calling, so I got to authorize something. Yeah, common things. So anything else, chat, you guys want to take her down? Seeing dudes on IGN defending the Steam Machine now, it was only a matter of time. Wait, what? They're defending that? Oh, shit. No way. Louis, I love your mods you have. The best of any YouTube channel. Great fun banter. I feel like my mods are bored today or something. I don't know what's wrong with them. I could have even done it for 50-70 at 1,600. I mean, if you guys got, here's the funny thing though, like if you look at these components though, you're like, oh shit, you know, these PCs, right? Here we go. Got it. All right. There you go. Got the email. All right, got it. Let me send the email. Done. All right. Go pull. If you go back and watch Blade being announced, listen to exactly what Arcane said. They told us. They're going radio silent. So they said, let us cook. Yeah, I agree though. I agree because it's kind of funny though that with all the bad news that was going on, a lot of people went out there just to throw stuff, and that's what I hate though. I hate when they throw stuff that is not actually true and get people to be scared, running around like oh shit, this has actually happened, this is awful, this is bad, you know, Xbox gonna shut down. I mean, look where it's gotten to. It's gotten to, we have someone out there saying that Xbox is looking to sell. I mean, Microsoft is looking to sell the Xbox division. I'm like, why do we have to go this far with this stuff? I mean, this is called a reset. And if they do not want the business, they will not set it, let's reset it. They will just say, let's sell this shit off. But there's so much money invested into this. I mean, they even told you the numbers. They have 1 billion users in the Xbox ecosystem. 1 billion users means that it does not mean that it's into the Xbox console itself. It's in the whole ecosystem in general. You got on Windows, you got on mobile, you got on pretty much everything out there. You do. The AMD price have risen too if they can get available, but 5070 Ti is cheaper right now, yeah? After Perfect Dark shutting down, there was no going to see Blade again until it's ready. That's the thing though, we gotta let these studios cook. We gotta let them work. And again, I'll repeat it. They said this is a reset. It's not a shutdown. A shutdown is a shutdown. A reset is a reset. Of course, there could be layoffs. Of course, there could be a lot of stuff that's going to happen. And people are not going to be happy with these layoffs because at the end of the day, though, we've asked the same questions, though. You know, like we sit here, we're like, shit, I don't want the studios to go. But damn, what went on over here? I mean, what happened? Why are you guys like trying to make it sound bad because this is shutting down this thing or they're closing down the other thing? I mean, look, it's like what I said yesterday when Joey was here. And I said this before. 12 years to wait for a game to hit. That is 12 years of people being paid under their wing. That is 12 years of people, you know, being there and all that stuff. That, let's say, after 12 years, they release another game and it doesn't become a hit. What happens? That's 12 years thrown out there to get nothing. I mean, come on. You got to get people that can bring out a hit so people can get attracted to it and buy it. And pick it up and enjoy it. Or to play it. You know? $9070 XT is popular right now. Yeah, it is. I had someone selling me one the other day. Everyone knowing an insider nowadays. That's why I ignore gaming controversy. Yep. And I've always told you guys this, and I always tell you this all the time. I know a lot of things in the back end. I got told a bunch of things, but you don't see me out here spilling my guts and telling you guys, oh, this is going to happen. Watch out. Ho! I always say this. Wait for the company to confirm. Wait for the company to say it. Now, when the company says it, I'll be like, yes, I heard about this and it sucks. You know, let's talk about it. We'll talk about it. But at the end of the day, though, why would I be one of those guys that just throw stuff out there just to make people go crazy or get an email supposedly from... That is the best one. Oh, I got the email. Yeah, I got the email. Uh-huh. Yeah, the email. Remember that, chat? But what I find funny is that these articles and these people out here do not talk about what is the main problem. The main problem is we need to fix something out here, and we need to talk about it more. How can we get devs to lower their times from 6 to 3 years or 4 tops, to be honest? How can we get that? How can we get devs, or how can we, or what can we do to, you know, for the console crisis that's going on, for the RAM situation that's happening? What can we do to tell the company, like, hey, yo, you know, what would be a good idea? We should get a box like this, you know, for a while, and then, you know, like I mentioned earlier, get a freaking beast of a Helix once RAM prices and everything go down. I mean, people will pick it up, and there's no problem with that. But again, like, that's the topic of conversation we should be having, instead of talking about, oh my God, everything is shutting down. And the funny thing is, what happens if they don't shut down, though? What are you guys going to say, though? It's like the whole exclusive. It's like... like, seriously, the whole exclusive versus Game Pass thing, I was like, why do you guys put that fear factor out there? Like, why? Why do we need that fear factor? I know we talked about it, but we talked about it like in general. Why just we can't say let's have both? Why do you have to make us choose on what do we prefer, though? You literally, what happened was there, you divided the community for what? For nothing? Because at the end of the day, though, look what happened, though. We have 21 games going to Game Pass. They won. So, what? How? What now? What now? Then everybody will say, "Well, you know, I'm gonna take back what I said about Game Pass. You know, Game Pass is gonna continue. We gotta take it back now. We gotta pull back." I'll say, "Oh, so now y'all pulling back on this?" Good God! I mean, even the report came out and told you that Game Pass was giving Xbox money. Why would they get rid of that, though? Just trying to not Valve's fault and realizing not blame at Sony and MS. You know what's so... was there an no it's Alex video this morning about the price tag of Steam, though? I want to see that video. I want to see that video. I want to see his reaction to that, though. It's clickbait. It's like... have you guys... It's like they hired Fabio. You all know who Fabio is, right? They hired Fabio and decided to do a TV show called The Constant Drama, or I don't know. And Fabio was the lead character, though. Seriously. And to think MS have to pay for every one of those games at full price, that's a lot of money. Shoot, Xbox too big to sell will piss off more people than people realize. I mean, we can never say never, right? But at the end of the day, though, it's like what I just said, though. Like, why do you guys want to put that fear factor out there? Oh, I got an email. Okay. I mean, what do you want us to do with that? I know the higher-ups. Okay. Again, what do you want us to do with that? Pico, send me Alex's post. I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see Alex's post. I want to see it. I want to laugh. No one can buy Xbox and support it. No one has that full infrastructure, including the database, that said Google and Amazon. So yeah, like, what do you want us to do with this information? Like, seriously, like what? He got sent an email. Hold on a second. Maybe he was in the movie You Got Mail. Probably, I don't know. Rumors are just rumors, they hold no facts. Exactly. So every time there's rumor talks, right? I mean, every time that comes out there, what do we have to do? Why do we have to do a show based on that? It's like the whole Halo controversy. I mean, I was out riding the motorcycle. I was riding my motorcycle. I come back home on Saturday. I look at Twitter. I just glanced at it because I was way too tired from riding. Let me see how many miles I rode that day. I don't even know how many miles I rode that day. Let me go see. Let me go ask Google. Oh my God. Let me go. Okay, hold on a second, chat, so I can say the story I'm about to say more factual. So I rode 260 miles that day. 260, 130 over there, 130 back. So 260 miles in this heat, right? I glanced at Twitter and I saw a huge fight. I was like, why are y'all so mad about couch co-op? Like, seriously. Because the Halo dude made a mistake? I mean, again, like I mentioned yesterday, I have no doubts that PlayStation would do that because PlayStations are greedy SOBs. Not that you guys don't notice it, but we do. And we told you about it. Yet you guys don't say nothing, but okay, let's leave it at that, right? We have no doubts. But again, when I read the article, I'm like, did y'all never sat down and play couch co-op? Especially on Halo? Didn't y'all do the LAN parties? Back in the day, nothing? I mean, y'all didn't have that pleasure of doing that? Well, it wasn't a pleasure, though. It was painful, but shit. I remember, why was it painful? Because if you had a 15-inch big-ass TV, you got to carry that shit with you, put it in the car, you got to lay a towel or something because the TV could poke a hole in your leather or poke a hole in your seat, and you had to drive that MF to a friend's house, carry that SOB up the stairs, praying to God you don't fall with it. Because if you do, that's broken because it's heavy as hell. And then put on, and then after you carry the TV, you had to go downstairs, pick up the Xbox. You had to pick up the Xbox because you couldn't carry it on the back because, with the TV, on your knees, you're carrying it. You could probably fall back and break the Xbox and break the TV. You got to, oh my God. I mean, seriously, when I read the article, it's like, y'all were fighting about this. I mean, right then and there, I knew this wasn't true. Now, having no doubts, I get it. But at the end, this is not true, though. What are these LANs pleasure parties? Well, gee, maybe, I mean, when you go back in your youth, like younger days, right? I mean, I'm telling you back for me, though, like my younger days. I remember even Command and Conquer. Like for me to play Command & Conquer, I had to take the PC from my house and I had a big ass monitor to take it with me, and yeah, and just that when we were playing those games, all the fun we were having right there in the same room, just laughing, having some fun, and enjoying, that moment with friends. Though it was fun. Same thing with the LAN parties. Though it was a painful pleasure because shit, you gotta fucking grab that TV, take it with you, and the Xbox too. And the thing is, back in the day, like I said, you got TVs with a big-ass box behind it. It was heavy as hell. Didn't matter which one it was. Shoot. Command and Conquer. Did I say it right? So it's funny. So Tencent has trillions of dollars and spend like you're funny. Tencent's rich as fuck, though. These was how they run multiple trillion-dollar companies at once and have degrees and financial and laws. Always saying they wouldn't do this, and MS is doing, yeah, they losing money. I'll tell you something that MS got right this generation is the player behavior, though. They got it right. They got it right. But believe it or not, they got it right, though. The player behavior has changed by a lot. Right now, and I'm being honest though. There are many Command. Oh, Red Alert 2. Command and Conquer. Yes, Conquer. Is it Conquer? But Conquer. Because in Spanish, Command and Conquer. That's how it's Spanish though. That's what we say, Conquer. But it must be a Dominican name for a boy picking on me. Yeah, it was a pain in the ass packing all my Rock Band gear too. Yeah, you see, that's what I mean though. That was listen. And once you got there, even though it was a pain in the ass, though, you guys had the pleasure and had the fun to play there, right there with the rock band, man. You guys had fun. That was fun stuff. Another thing we did, which nowadays you'll hate it though. Bro, picking on me. Today sucked. I mostly play a few games and that's it. And I'm like, when they had this big debacle out there, I was like, bro, did you guys ever play couch co-op? I was like, oh shit, these guys are just and man, everybody was fighting each other with this. I was just laughing. I was like, I can't believe y'all fighting with this, right? And yeah, the email with you know who, Mag, of course, we're gonna say his name. You know, he got the email. I'm like, bro, come on, man. Come on. Ah, hell no. I mean, with BB Money, it's going to be easy, though. There's only like 5 or 6 words I'm going to learn in English with BB Money. And the 5 or 6 words I'm going to learn with BB Money is, I got a girlfriend, GTA 6 the best, and save for Game Pass or save for GTA 6. That's like the only words I'm going to learn from BB Money. That's it. That's it, but that's how it was, though. Back in the day, that's how it was. And I saw the fight, I was like, oh, you guys are just fighting for nothing. I mean, just one tweet saying, I think this is a problem with, this is something that Halo, I think, or say whatever. I think this is, just one tweet would have said anything. It says, well, that's not how couch co-op works. I think there's something wrong with the team of Halo said. Let's wait and see if they correct what they say, though, because that's not how couch co-op works. That's it, period. Of course you're going to like Fawn's response, because he's right, though. I mean, how the hell is one person inside Microsoft going to bury Microsoft Xbox itself? Get that email. And right now, probably because of what you said, they're going to fire someone because of that BS. That probably was not said, though, because I'll tell you something. I do not believe jack shit in that email. I'm sorry, I don't. And I understand why do you keep on doing this to yourself. I mean, I guess. And when people come challenge you, you get mad about it. Well, stop lying to them. You lied to me once. And legal too. Indirect gaming. You came to the show and told us this year, Gears of War E-Day is coming out. That was last year. Hello? Hello? Gears, are you in there? Hello? Seriously, it's like looking under a rock to see if Gears, that was true though. Like, oh yeah, it's coming out. Okay. Where is it? Didn't happen. Come on, man. Stop with that. And if you go out there to Twitter, though, holy shit, and you sit down, you listen to these nibs. You listen to this William Aguilar. You listen to all these dudes, though. You're like, oh, my God. The lies, the lies, the lies. Pearl Rock bitching. That's all he does, bitch. 50-year-old man bitching. What the hell? The email was something Mag typed up. And then, you know, when people come in here and talk bad about him, they say, Louis, why didn't you do something? And why? You guys set yourselves up. It's your fault. Not only that, you came to New Legal Show and lied to us in our face too. So, yeah. Mag has never said anything good. Oh, wow, he never has? Oh. I can say some good stuff about PlayStation. Want to hear it? Easy. Some good stuff about PlayStation, what can I say? I love their SSD. Super fast. They got a sweet Marvel lineup. No joke. Even though people not like the Marvel games, some of them, but they got a sweet Marvel lineup. They got Spider-Man, they got Wolverine. That's sweet. Positive side of things. the controller, even though you gotta blow in it, which I never agreed to blowing on the controller. But yeah, I like the idea that in order to pull like the bow and arrow, it immerses you more into the game. I like that idea. Nothing wrong with that too. See, I talk positive about PlayStation. What I don't like is their business itself on how they try to always take your money with everything. Assholes. I only use Tencent as an example. They would never get Xbox. Actually, maybe PS will be doable, but even then, the China, Japan, and animosity is. Well, here's the thing, though, right? PlayStation right now does not have the money to go ahead and pick up Xbox. I mean, if they pick them up, I'll be like, what? Where did they get that money from? I mean, they would have to get a big ass loan to get that. Big ass loan if they ever did. And Tencent, though. Tencent's rich as hell, but I don't think if Tencent wanted to do a console, they would have done it a long time ago. They would have done it. Well, yes, John Willick's booth. Yes, there is a feature on the DualSense where you blow into it. Yes, it was showed in the game where you give CPR and Astrobot. You even played Astrobot, and let me tell you something. That's why I quit playing Astrobot, because when I blew on the controller, all of a sudden I had to grab a wipey and clean it. Because spit came out of me while I was blowing on it. Pause, that sounded wrong, but it's true though. But I like the hefty feedback. Like I said, I can talk some positive things about PlayStation. I can, but it's not the best console you guys say though. And Xbox, it may have its flaws, like shutting down Perfect Dark, shutting down some of these studios, yes. I'm happy with that. But at the end of the day though, when it comes to games, games, right? I mean, Xbox is giving us games. And that's what we've been doing, playing games. And people are so blindsided by this rental crap that they actually believe renting is bad. I mean, shit, in the amount of time I've been playing video games, I've been renting games because I was a kid, though. My parents did not give me all this shit. Damn. Tencent will be better off buying PlayStation since MS can cause that would be a monopoly, Louis. Oh yeah, chap, sorry about that. There's construction going on outside. So it says here, I thought that Valve had learned from the mistake of upping prices on the Steam Deck, but however, the Steam machine would be a lower price. But nope, Valve instead raised the price to 150. Yep, 1,050. Yep, they did. Yeah. Louis said it comes to games, not game. I said games. It made it sound like that. But it says game. I said games. PlayStation fanboys ignore that the renting PS5 consoles. Yeah, it also said Everwild looked good and Perfect Dark was going fine, and look how those turn out. Yep, that was Matt Booty though. You hear Matt Booty say something, be worried. Oh Lord. Yeah, I don't think they would do that too, either. Yeah, I don't think they would do that too either. PlayStation fanboys ignore that they are renting PS5. But it's like what I say though, I don't understand why they gotta go out there and put all this stuff out there. And listen, you might hit it, right? You might hit the idea. You might hit it. I'm not saying you cannot, because I mean we can speculate, because the word is speculation. Because all you gotta say is I speculate this is gonna happen though. I don't know if you guys have seen Fun Speculation over there with Math though on Fridays, good show. But yeah, you can speculate something that's gonna happen, but it does not mean it's gonna happen though. But you're saying it out there and confirming that it's gonna happen when it doesn't happen. How do you look though? Oh, the plans changed. Oh, so now they changed though. But still, you lied through your teeth. That's the area that gets me though. A Saudi prince is more likely to buy a PlayStation than the current Saudi. Oh, here's the thing though, Chad. You need to understand something. One thing is you could be a fan of it. The other thing is though, and here's what sucks though. Being a fan of it and you having it as a business though, you can automatically not become a fan of it because you get tired. You get tired of it, Chad. You do. It's common. It's common. It can happen though. You may love the games, but man, getting into that idea though, ooh. Tesla helped recoup a loss. They took it. Wow, really? They did? Hey, what's up, Eternal? How you doing, man? Look at how things are now. The Xbox is one of the best consoles out, and yet USA seems to support a foreign company over their own mainstream better raw deal. Now, look, like I said something, though. Here's the thing, though, Jago6, and I got to be honest with you about something. I said Xbox has its flaws. I need to fix it. That's another flaw they have is the marketing and presence. That's the only, for me, out of all things they gotta fix is that one. That one is the general one they gotta fix. They gotta show themselves, I'm here, baby. Let's kick ass. That's what I want to see. Listen, I'm not going to stop enjoying the enjoyment value of the Steam store. Front offers with discounts, Steam being free, I cannot resist. I mean, no one's judging you for that, man. Did Bobby steal Baby Money's girlfriend? I think he did, though. But nobody's judging for what store you buy. Nobody's judging you for that, though. The thing is, David, there's a lot of people out here that just go too extreme when it comes to the fanboy stuff. They bash this because, look, bashing Xbox creates great content, right? And so that's why you see these dudes just keep on bashing it and bashing it and bashing it. And the sad part about this, these dudes are the ones who get invited to these places. The ones who bash, they get invited to these places. Man, I should start bashing Xbox more. Probably get invited to, to the Fan Fest next year. I will never do that. Hell no. Perfect Dark and Everwild also scale mod looked like Nintendo games. I think Xbox first stand. Big games and makes sense stuff. And Force to play Minecraft Theory and Diablo, etc. What they should do is cool down a little bit on the passion projects and work on these big titles for a while. That's what I think they should do, though, for a while. Just for a little while, though. Just for a little while, though. 40% of EA, the purchase was financed through JP Morgan. I thought it was JG Wentworth. Get a 177 cash now. Even I know that song. Xbox is just a brand people love to hate. Yeah, exactly. That's how it is. Scenarios, they just want to bash it, just want to throw it on the ground. I mean, and that's the thing, though. It's hard to find good Xbox content creators because all of a sudden they flip-flop. Like, I don't know. Here's the other day. I mean, like, I was sitting the other day on Twitter just scanning, looking for some news, and I saw a post of someone saying, I'm going to start a PlayStation channel, Nintendo channel. I'm like, huh? So after you destroyed that community, bashed them, stepped on them, dissed them, right? You did that. Now you're looking for their support. Right. Okay. All right. The supposed hardcore Xbox dude. All right. Hey, you do you. Yep. Perfect Dark is dead. Yeah, it's dead. You know what I believe, you bet? I believe Perfect Dark never existed. I believe that was just a trailer put up, something that that was actually going to look like, put some good graphics on it, and said, okay, let's throw it out there, and let's get people rolling, and that's it. After that, It got shut down. You know, sucks to see that though. Sounds like See Hollywood. Preston Wick, you're on the dot, my friend. You're on the dot. But hey, listen, like I said, I respect the hustle, I respect the hustle, respect all that stuff. I got no issues with no one out here. I always say that, loud and clear. But at the end of the day, though, how? Yes, it is now. It's the plan until it's not the plan. I can see now I should bring it back. I think it's the seller. Now, you want to know something, chat? Look. When you look at console history, if you want to bring something back, you can bring it back. Shit. Why not? You can bring it back. And it's like out there they're saying like, oh, it's dead. Why don't you believe the product can come back? Nintendo came back, and Nintendo, and chat, listen, Nintendo was looking for, not ugly, no. Not ugly, no. Not even fugly. It was looking fucking hella ugly. That's how it was. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. No worries, Preston. What do you? No worries. No worries. But look. With the Wii U, it was awful. Look at the Switch now. Most sold console. PlayStation 3. The box that almost literally killed off an entire company. Literally no joke. PlayStation 3 was literally killing an entire company. Sony shut down Sony Bio, good laptops. Sony could not pick up the TV campaign because I remember back in the day, it was Sony Bravia TVs. Let's go get a Sony Bravia. I mean, at my household, I had Sony Bravias. And then it was Samsung. That's what happens. Literally, PlayStation 3 almost killed that company. All of a sudden, PlayStation 4 came out, and look where it is today. Sony's still alive and kicking. Right now, maybe not the same, but still alive and kicking. So, I have no doubts that Asha can bring this back. If she plays and goes the right way, she can bring it back. So I'm not scared. And if it dies, well, okay, let's move on. That's all. We'll be sad at the moment, but we'll move on. Life moves on. We've learned that in the past. Because Sega died. And look where we're at. We're right now in Xbox. That's where we're at. Some of us went to PlayStation, cool. But in the end, though, I wrote, Power Boss, I told you earlier, hop on in, but we're about to go, though. You weren't here, though. I sent me right to Joey. You didn't wait for me in a minute, and I was waiting for the Joey response. You weren't here. You left me alone, Power Boss. No. But I'm about to hop off because I got to go do some errands urgently. So, before we start, with our outros and leaving off, Elden Ring Tarnished Edition, $80. Well, I'll put in simple terms, yo mama. $80? Hell no. That shit should be $50. Man, 4-year-old game charging you $80, man. What's wrong with you? I'd be crazy like that, man. What the hell? Yeah, because Joey told me that, you know, he probably would be hopping on. So I wrote to him. He didn't respond. I was like, Power Boss, hop in, you know. Yeah. I was switching to my PC. No, you weren't. Stop lying. So you're telling me, Power Boss, it took you 45 minutes to turn on your PC? The hell wrong with your PC? Or Power Boss, do you live in a big ass mansion that you have to run like 3 kilometers to get on your PC? Because that's the only way I believe you, though. How old is Elden Ring between? It's like 4 years old, 5 years old, I think it is right now. Let me see. Elden Ring. Elden Ring. El Anillo de Elden. Yep. 4 years old and it's selling for $80. Not turn on, but okay, then that's an acceptable excuse. Okay, that, you know, yeah, you know, always misses come first, always, 100%. The Wii wasn't just a console; it was a gimmick because of a fad. They took the mind share of gamers and created entirely new casual players because of accessibility. Yep, 100%. The Wii was one of the most, and that's something I always say about Nintendo, though. With all the respect, though, in the world with Nintendo, though, I mean, look. Nintendo could be expensive or anything, but when it comes down to innovation, those guys know. I mean, they literally innovated the box. They said, well, you know, why should we have another console? Instead of having two things out here like a handheld and a console, why don't we just make it a handheld / console? A hybrid console that you can take everywhere with you, or a hybrid handheld, whatever. And it turned out to be beautiful. I mean, that was one of the best ideas I've ever seen when it came down to hardware, because like I told you guys, a lot of us are on the go. We're always on the go. I mean, look right now. Right now, you know what Crazy Louis got to do right now? As soon as I end the show, I got to head downstairs. I got to pack my bicycle because I broke the chain of the bicycle. I got to take it over there to get it fixed. And then after that, I got to go run an errand and head to the office. So that's like 5 hours of me not playing games, 6 hours of me not playing games. So if I had a handheld with me, I could play games. See what I mean? Nintendo made that perfect for you to continue on with your game. How is PUBG doing? I don't even know how that shit's doing, man. PUBG, I think it's still alive, though. PUBG's like Counter-Strike. That thing will never die. Let's go see PUBG news. I mean, hell, let's talk a little bit about it before I head out. PUBG news. So PUBG in the news. It says here, they have a World Cup going on, and that's about it. Yep, nothing else. That's it. They got a World Cup going on. The last notification was, that's it, 26/06/17. So yeah, it's on backwards. I do not know why, but yeah, they at least got a recent update. But that's it. Never heard anything else about PUBG though. Maybe PUBG Part 2 might be coming out soon. Like how they did with the virtual. Oh hell no, that virtual boy. Oh shit. But chat, listen up. The crazy ones gotta go chats. I got, like I said, got an errand to do. I gotta pack up the bicycle. It's gonna take me like 15 minutes to pack that MFR because I don't have a bicycle rack, so I gotta pack up that motherfucker. And yeah, and I have to go take it to be fixed, and then I gotta go another errand. Hey, Raytito, what's up, my brother? Because I don't have a Xbox ROG Ally X with me, David Cohen. I have not bought one because I was gonna go get one in the States, but they weren't in the stores though. That was my mission, to go buy one, but it wasn't in the stores available, so I just couldn't pick it up. I couldn't pick it up because if I buy it, have it shipped here, I have to pay for a bunch of shit though. Yeah, I pay for a lot of taxes though. Woo! It's gonna kill me. But chat, like always, before we go, tell us what you've all been playing. PUBG has 1.75 billion mobile downloads. Holy shit, PUBG's fucking king out there with... Damn, it's a lot of things though. Chat, I finished Data Diver like I said on Sunday. Yesterday I played a little bit more Data Diver. I've collected pretty much all the animals in 3 classes. Now I'm going to face the snapping turtle. I'm gonna face it and I'll take it down and I'll be done with the Dave the Diver DLC. Dave the Diver DLC. Well, I gotta collect the bugs too, so yeah. Yep. Which is a fun game. I love Dave the Diver. It's such a good game, man. I love it. I love it. I love that game. Really, I love it. Gears 4, nice. Justice and B, wow. You went back to Gears 4 to use the Terminator. Remember that DLC pack? You got a Terminator. I was like, how the hell did... But hey, it was cool, you know. It was Terminator in there. Mattel Auto Racing on Merlin from 1978. What? Joey the Diver DLC when? It came out the 18th, and I already finished it. Done with Dave the Diver. I'm done with Dave. I'm done with Dave the Diver again. Which I was sad, though, because, you know, now I gotta wait. Damn it. Now I gotta wait 75 more days for Halloween the game. At least we got Halo next month, which is good. And I got Lego Batman too. Yeah. The what now? I can't. Sorry, I can't read that. What is Pickles? I can't read what Pickles saying. Sorry, chat. One day I thought my Xbox was dead until 1 hour of straight tinkering and realized that it was a human error, aka I was high as hell on YouTube playing Static. One of the best of three. What's the best of these three games? Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong Bonanza, and Pokemon Pokopia. Well, let me put it here simpler. Mario Kart is the biggest seller out there when it comes to selling. I mean, Mario Kart sells like crazy. Donkey Kong Bonanza, I have not played it to give you my point. But Pokemon, though, Pokemon is just in a whole other level. You cannot mess with Pokemon. That's just on a whole nother level. They got cartoons. They got cards. They got mobile game. Pokemon's in a fucking level. High level that nobody is. Shit, Pokemon is king, though. Between you said you haven't... No, I did start it. So I'm going to keep on playing it, though. Once I kill the snapping turtle and Dave Diver and collect all the bugs, I'm going to hop back into... what's it called? Shoot. I'm going to hop into Lego Batman. Finish that up, yeah. My Subnautica 2 base is cool. Subnautica 2 is fun. I can't wait for the full release, man. I want to finish that game. That game is so much fun. Whole Pokemon lost the losses against Power. Good. Well deserved. Should have lost a long time ago. Why are they so afraid of competition, though? Aurora says Steam Machine is a scam. Oh, my God. Yes. Too expensive. Damn it. But listen, they're going to learn the hard way. The sad part about this, people are going to pick it up. They'll be like, oh, it's the best thing on earth. Mm-hmm. Yep. So good. Bam, bam, so good. I gotta use that. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, the youngest of Subnautica 2, yeah. I mean, I stopped right there, Power Boss. I quit right there because I just didn't want to continue. But I'm waiting for the game to release fully. But chat, like always, my friends, like always, thank you all for hanging out with me today. Thank you all for super chats. Thank you all for memberships. You guys rock. You guys are awesome. I love you guys. Did that seriously, chat? It's been a blast today. We had a lot of fun with the Steam Machine. Talk about that price, how crazy expensive it is. But hey, it is what it is. We can't do nothing about it. Pokemon is Nintendo's Call of Duty, and that's why they're afraid of competition. You know what you gotta do? Make it better. Change some things. That's all you gotta do. I really wanna. Oh man, Vanquish is so good, Treybone. I wish we could get a second one though. Damn, the game was phenomenal. So chats, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, also hit that bell so it can tell you when XBI content comes on. And guys, have a beautiful, and I do mean a beautiful. I'm only just 250 meters down in Subnautica 2. I think endgame is like 400 meters. Wow. Wow. I do mean a beautiful and awesome Tuesday, and as always, I will I will see you guys on the Xbox International Podcast 7 p.m. ET with Sablo, the Big Plume, and Santa Cypher. And on Fridays, invite me to Don't Expert en Español with Elvis Cenecita Metal Berserker. And last but not least, good morning with Crazy Little Gaming when I send the signal out over there on Twitter, X, Blue Sky, Discord, and YouTube. And that's why you got to hit that bell so you can know when the crazy one comes out to talk about what's happening in the gaming news world. Chats, have a beautiful day, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning on Good Morning with Crazy Little Gaming. Bye, y'all. Have an awesome one.